of David Tresca. Dave had a couple of health scares during the course of the year, and we're really happy that he's back 150%. The first award winner, and if the person is not present, would somebody please come forward from the franchise to pick up the certificates so I don't have a carload of stuff going out again tonight. From the L. Thomas Athletics, Tom Troll. I'm going to call the names up, just send something forward, and then we'll take a group picture at the end. From the Beacon Hill Dodgers, Zach Dubin. From the Brighton Black Sox, Justin Foreman. From the Brighton Braves, Drew Risk. From the Brighton Minutemen, Kevin Zylaka. From East Boston Knights, Wilson Mercado. Would you please stay here? We'll take a picture at the end. Thank you. From the Malden Bulldogs, Jeff Allison. From the K Club Beacon, Jake Spiak. The Medford Mad Dogs, Peter Malson. The Savin Hill Hornets, K.C. Murphy. Somerville Bell Brandy, Mark Adessa. Hey. From the South Boston Saints, Jeff Waldner. From the South End Astros, Delphise Baid. And the Stoneham Sabres, Travis Adams. Congratulations to the all-rookie team. We also want to make note that Mark Adessa was the MVP for the All-Star game at the Gold Spinners Ballpark. Every year we have, I think, a pretty fair and interesting process when it comes down to voting for our Silver Sluggers and Gold Glove Award winners. Each manager has a vote to determine who the Silver Sluggers and Gold Glove Award winners are. And the first set of awards will go to the Silver Slugger Awards, and those are the guys with the top bats in the Yorkie Baseball League. A perennial winner, a constant all-star, and one of the real gentlemen of the Yorkie League, representing the Revere Rockies, the catcher, Tony Iapola. From the Stoneham Sabres, the first baseman, Angelo Palucci. From the Malden Bulldogs, the second baseman, Kevin Salinas. Another fine gentleman representing the Revere Rockies, third baseman, perennial winner, Chris Howry. representing the Al Thomas Athletics. And he's come up through the ranks from a rookie, and now he's a veteran, the shortstop, John Toston. John's also the star of stage and screen, doing ads for 60/60 at the Dedham Pelton Athletic Club. And that's a place I gotta get to, right, Gus? I've been there before. It worked. It worked. The outfielder, no surprise, the guy who was all class all the time, the centerpiece of the Somerville Alabrandy Club, the outfielder, Mike McGuire. Also, the second outfielder, representing the East Boston Knight, a kid who had one hell of a season in 2012, Wilson Mercado.
What's up, Willie?
And the final outfielder, teammate of mine, and a guy who works his butt off all the time to make us a better ball club, Drew Tamberlane from the McKay Club Weekend.
I'll take any extra.
The pitcher, I have had one heck of a season at the plate. As usual, mainstay with any team he plays for. The pitcher, the slugger, silver slugger, Mike Bartell.
Everybody take one.
The designated hitter isn't here tonight from Forest Hills, Ben Van Houten, and we'll move on to the Gold Glove Awards. Please bear with me. It's going to be very difficult through the night because we have a waiting on either side. Hello. I have to ask your indulgence. We have two events on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to ask you a favor. Please. Thank you. We need quiet, fundamentally, because we're fighting two events on either side here, and we want to get you out of here as quickly as possible. So, if you could keep the din down, it would be very helpful. Thank you. There were two catchers who were elected as Gold Glove Award winners. It was a tie. Rightfully so, both of them were the better catchers defensively in the Hockey League, and we'll bring them up together from Somerville, Teddy Juba, and from the McKay Club, Kyle McKay.
Going
franchise holder and founder of the Stone Sabres, Angelo Palucci. The second baseman, back for his second award, Kevin Salinas, the Walton Bulldogs. The third baseman, representing the East Boston Knights, Kenny Polanco.
Supposed to be him.
The shortstop, representing the Revere Rockies, Luis Rodriguez. I don't know if any of you attended
Congratulations.
either of our All-Star games in Lynn and in Lowell. This guy put on one hell of a show. In the outfield, once again, Mike McGuire. And I'd like to bring these two guys up together because I want you to see, in my opinion, the best outfield in the history of the Yorkie Baseball League Boston. Jack Owens and Stevie Lambert and Mike McGuire, three of the best I've ever seen in my 29 years. I didn't know him here. He's selling at the fruit stand tonight, so he's not with us. The pitcher representing the Al Thomas Athletics is Will Klang. Congratulations to our Silver Slugger and Gold Glove Water. Okay. We had awards to present to our top 4 teams in the Yorkie Baseball League Boston. And I'd like to bring somebody from those franchises up. We have the Somerville Allegrini Club. We have the Al Thomas Athletics, the Revere Rockies, and the East Boston Knights. Come on up. Our 4 division champions.
Anyone else? I don't see a picture.
Franchise of the Year, the Somerville Alabama. We have a very special award to present to a very special person. And as I said, we have named our awards after some very good people who spent a lot of time in Boston baseball and also lived within the Boston area. And I want people from the Yawkey Trust and the Yawkey Foundation to know that, as you see in your program, we have worked very hard to continue to memorialize those players who either played for under the ownership of Tom and Jean Yawkey. And one of these great awards is named for the best fireballer of the early era, Dick Raddatz. And the Fireman of the Year goes to Somerville Alabrandy's Brian Langway. The next award is the Comeback Player of the Year Award. It's given to one of the true Yawkey League gentlemen representing the Beacon Hill Dodgers, Jay Shadow, the Tony Canigliaro Comeback Player of the Year Award. We named the Pitcher of the Year Award for the #1 selection of pitcher for the All Red Sox team. And that man is Kenny Luongo from the Malden Bulldogs, and that's the Pedro Martinez Pitcher of the Year. Kenny Luongo. Award personifies the guy who it's named for, and the personage of John Moore from the Malden Bulldogs.
Put it in my pocket for now.
John has a very special announcement to make for you tonight. John?
Just to let everybody get on the Yawkey League, my parents were always great supporters of youth baseball, youth sports in general. We lost my mom a few years ago suddenly, and as many of you here know, that my dad suffered from 2 different stage 4 cancers. So as a family, we kind of got together, you know, dealing with doctors and everything else, and we wanted to find a way to kind of give back to the league that has given so much to my father. He's made a lot of friends in this league. Everybody here has been very supportive with their well wishes and so forth. So as a family, we got together a few months ago, and we wanted to give back to this league that has given so much to my dad. And what we decided to do is to start this year a Yawkey League academic athletics scholarship of $500 a year to go to any player that is presently playing in the Yawkey League while still attending school. I wish we had hit megabucks or something. I could give out a bunch of these. But it's a way of my father and my family giving back to all of the great people in this room that have given so much to us. There's 2 reasons why my dad shows up at either Malden or Trump Field over 30, 40 years. The enjoyment of this game and the friendships that we make. So with that going, we decided this year, let's try to do something special for the league that we love, that we've become part of. So this year, the first annual recipient of the Yawkey League Academic Scholarship Award to help alleviate the cost of going to school is a gentleman who's presently on the roster at Westfield State. He's been on their roster as a pitcher since his freshman year. More importantly, he's on the roster obviously here in the Yawkey League with the Al Thomas Athletics. Not only is he a consummate team player, but he's also getting very involved in the coaching aspect of this game at such a young age. So he's already coming back to the Yawkey League as a player and also as a coach. He's a fantastic third base coach for Joe O'Hara and Al Thomas, but we want to congratulate Matt McDougal of Al Thomas Athletics.
Before he leaves the stage, I want us all to recognize this fine gentleman who is at a great percentage of Yawkey League games on the northern part of the city of Boston. He's undergone multiple chemotherapies, and during the course of the season, we see Tim Moore at a lot of our baseball. And for that, I'm very proud and privileged to present the 2012 President's Award to Tim Moore of the Malden Bulldogs. If he wanted to say a few words, and he said, "You're saying too much." And, we have a very good friend in the audience tonight, and her husband have taken time out of their busy schedule to be with us tonight. And I want to make sure, because she was very shy about even being recognized, and fundamentally I understand why, because she works in the name of Tom and Jean Yawkey. Well, that's why I'm going to ask Nancy Brodicki to come to the stage right now, because Nancy, we have a very special award to be named in their honor. And it's not to you, because you told us we couldn't do it, but we do have somebody in the audience that we want to make a presentation to. So on behalf of the Yawkey Foundation and the Yawkey family, we'd like to give an appreciation award to the league ambassador of goodwill, a guy who's gone through some real stages of bad luck in the last 3 years and always bounces back with a smile and a love and affection for baseball, and especially this league. We want to recognize at this time the Tom and Jean Yawkey Award, Appreciation Award winner, Mr. Stu Sclaver.
Thank you all. I appreciate that very much. I love you guys. You know that very much. Thank you, Dave, for this unbelievable award, and thank you to all my friends and for all my family, because you know I consider you all my family. You know I feel about you, and just to be mentioned the same name as Thomas and Jean Yawkey and winning this anything is just fabulous. I just completed my 11th year working with some of the greatest people in the world, the Hockey League. It's unbelievable. Back in 2002, it seems like yesterday, when my cousin Arlen Shostak, a legend in this league himself, brought me in to work with him with Comcast on a show called Extra Help, which I'm not sure how many of you actually know, but in which students watch the TV show live on cable, where they can get questions answered by some wonderful teachers, and I basically just work phones, audio, and camera just to start. He asked if I was interested in doing amateur baseball for just to start, and for a baseball league called the Hockey League. And knowing my love for baseball, I wasn't going to say no. I said, absolutely, I jumped at that chance. And when I began to do the games, he threw me in as the audio guy. And that lasted for one game. Before I started, for good, to become the company statistician. That's where I stayed for 9 years, and I loved it. Along with the graphics that the company provided, each year we improved and upgraded our stats every day to provide more and more on each player, all of you, sometimes to the point of too much, if there is such a thing. I don't think so, because we wanted to show each and every one of you how good you were, how great you were. If we could find any kind of information on you, we wanted to show it. We wanted to show everybody else how great you were. Even if we could find anything on you, we wanted to show everybody what you could do and what you have done. I was allowed to do my thing and get creative, and I really do hope that all of you enjoyed the stats and graphics we provided you. For the majority of that first year, I stayed in a truck, but later I got a chance to roam and meet all the players, and this helped in picking MVPs and finding out information about the guys to send to our announcers and sideline guys. This is where I found out more about the guys that you would like no others. In my first year alone, picking an MVP but for the playoffs, I remember it all too well. Somerville had just beaten Medford in an epic final series, and I had just named Bernie Driscoll MVP of the series. When I went out on the field, yep, Bernie was a player then. When I went on the field, I was surprised by Mike Powers when he presented me with the team notebook with all of the players' names autographed on this notebook. And he said, "This is for you, Stu." And it came out autographed to the stat man. And then I knew right there that I had made it in this league. I felt like I was finally accepted. This later turned out to be one of many things that my semi-family from Somerville would present me over the years, like autographed baseballs to team plaques, to even, and this was a cool one, they actually one year gave me an autographed base. I mean, you guys are unbelievable to me sometimes. I must say, I cherish them all. Thank you, Tony Alabrandi, Mike, and the rest of the gang. By all means, though, they are not my only family here. Every team in this league means so much to me. I consider them family on many close relationships. Through my position now, as David is now considered now what is called the media relations for this league. And even after Comcast closed Boston's offices and our television contracts ended, Dave decided to keep me on in a couple different categories. One of my most enjoyable things to do was to broadcast playoff games on Facebook. And I think it seemed to go over well as people all over the country could follow these games in real time, the Hockey League games. I know I had fun doing it. Hopefully all of you were able to follow it as well. Of course, there were the All-Star games with Dave, in which we announced the games in Lowell, at the Spinners Park, and of course Fenway in October. There were so many people I need to thank, or I wouldn't even be here. My Aunt Zelda is actually here tonight. You can give her a quick hand. The reason that is special to me is because the one person I owe all of my inner strength to is the strongest person I ever knew, which is her sister and my mom. She passed in 2008 from Parkinson's disease and dementia. And for 4 years, she was my full-time job. And this is a job that I would never give up ever again. Now that's a job I would take. If you gave me that job, I would consider taking that job any day over anything. When people say a son's best friend is their mom, they're right. Don't get me wrong, I love my dad too. He spoiled me rotten. He took me to my first Red Sox game in 1968. I'm not young, you can tell now. He says that's true. My first game was Mickey Mantle Day at Fenway Park, so that shows you how old I am. I didn't even know who he was, but that was my first game. I got great news yesterday, as most of you know, my daughter was actually engaged, so I'm excited about that. I have more family here today. My cousin Carol, her husband Brian, and their son Eric are here. I don't get to see them very often. I love them so much. Eric is a great baseball fan. He's already gotten a bunch of autographs, so if you haven't gotten an autograph to Eric yet, by all means, go over to Eric at table 15 and autograph for him. So please, table 15, Eric is sitting there waiting for your autograph, if you mind. My old next-door neighbors and longtime friends from Everett, sisters Anne-Marie, Patty, Nancy, and their daughters are here. I can't believe they decided to honor me, but they're over there clapping. That's them over there. I've known them for so many years. I'm not going to say how many, but they're much younger than me, right? Yeah. Phil Brady's here. I graduated high school with him, joining me here today. Love all you guys. My Comcast friends are here. Jerry Girardi actually flew all the way in from Indiana. Can you believe he actually came in from Indiana for this? Andy Anderson was the third base guy who stood up on that third base stanchion for you guys. You all know Andy Anderson, don't you? The guy in the third base stand. He's here. Gary Mitchell's here. He did many things for Comcast, as well as the jack of all trades for Comcast, Chris Murphy. He's here as well. So those are all my Comcast buddies. My friends Bob Rowley. My friend Bob Rowley is here as well. And Bob is just an awesome friend. So thank you, all of you, for coming tonight. Once again, very humbling experience, Dave McKay. I'd like to thank all of you on the Hockey League Committee for this award. Dave Tresca, Joe Harra, Kevin McGovern, and the rest of you. And I want to congratulate Dave McKay winning the Johnny Pesky Award, and to a couple other guys on going into the Hall of Fame, specifically Steve Safberry and Dan Hill. Two guys I've seen play many times over the last couple of years for their induction into the Hall of Fame. Guys, I'm very touched by this honor, and thank you all so very much.
Guarantee you that. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to
do it in a couple minutes.
All right. We have Rookie of the Year award to give out. I'm sorry about that. And all right. Okay, from the East Boston Knights, Wilson Mercado, the Rookie of the Year.
Okay, Nelly. Okay, Nelly. There you go. I want to get the top of your head on it. Couldn't hold it anyway. I'm not even. I need to take a picture with the bench.
The gentleman who will receive this award deserves it on a couple of fronts. First of all, he ran one hell of a ball club this year, and he was the manager of our All-Star team against the United States military, and also in the inter-city league at the Eastern Mass All-Stars. Did a terrific job, manager of the year, Bernie Driscoll. who I admire greatly, and he beat out three tremendous contenders. The North White Recipe defense was absolutely amazing. I want to congratulate, as I said before, the current centerpiece of the Somerville Alfred Club, Mr. Mike Dwyer.
Any golf stuff over here?
I'd like to ask Joe O'Hara to come to the rostrum at this time. And before he comes here, why don't you give this guy a big hand? It's one of the biggest assets to our league that we've had in a long, long time. One of my very good friends, Mr. Joe O'Hara, Vice President of the Army.
People keep walking like right down the middle. Can't get any higher. Nah. Don't let me forget, right? Don't let me forget.
Sorry, technical malfunction. Every year we give a recognition to one of our top umpires. And I thought that he wasn't here, and I apologize for that. All right. And he is present with us right now. And I'd like to bring up Brad Barrington, the Bill Stewart Umpire of the Year Award winner. Brad?
Dave is very thrilled to be getting this award. We thought it was time we give him a special award. Because he's up here every year, he's the MC year after year, and he really doesn't get any recognition. So we thought it'd be a good time to really give him his true accolades. And in doing that, we've actually kind of tricked him, because there is no such thing as a Johnny Pesky Achievement Award. Okay, what we're actually going to do is induct you into the Hall of Fame tonight.
I screwed up. This is supposed to be Dave Treskin. I'm sorry.
Brady. Go give me a soda.
I wanted to make a list of nice things to say about Dave. Oh, actually, this is the wrong list. This is the list of the clothing that no longer fits me. A few months ago on Facebook, one of Dave's former players put something out there saying, you know, why isn't Dave the Cable Hall of Fame? And then there was a lot of talk. People went back and forth saying, yeah, that's right, he does so much, he puts his heart and soul into it. Why isn't he in there? And it was really good talk back and forth. And finally Dave chimed in and said, thanks, I appreciate it, but Hall of Famers will people when they're done. And I'm nowhere near done. I have a lot of work to do, and you're not getting rid of me this easily. Which is fine. So then we started talking as a board, saying, you know, why do you have to wait till someone's gone before you recognize them? I mean, Dave pours, he does pour his life, everything, his blood, his soul, he pours everything into being president of this league. So, you know, as I said, he doesn't get many honors. He's the MC every year, so he presents things to everyone else, and no one else really gives him what he truly deserves. So, he's been a baseball coach for 45 years. I believe this is his 29th year in the Hockey League, 20th as the league president. And having been on the board with him for 17 years, I can honestly say that none of those years have been easy. It's never easy. It's tough trying to please the entire league. If we have a vote on something that goes 8-7, if 8 teams that are happy, 7 teams are very upset. And the first person to go to was Dave McKay to complain. So, you know, we try to do our best. And Dave just, you know, whatever happens, if it's raining, it's Dave's fault. If it stops raining, it's Dave's fault. You know, we have to play on a Saturday, it's Dave's fault. It's Dave's fault if it's a bad call by umpire. It's Dave's fault if the pizza's all gone. I mean, just things like that. Obviously, the position of president is one that's going to have a natural big target. But Dave, or Uncle Buck, as he is known in some circles, is always there. He always remains constant, and he just keeps us moving on. He may not always have the right answer. May not always say the right thing. Oftentimes he introduces us to new vocabulary words that aren't really real, which is kind of fun. He's always had the best interest in the league, first and foremost. But sometimes people don't see that or realize it until years later or afterwards, or when it's explained to them why this happened, that happened. He's fought for the players and the coaches tirelessly. He's formed bonds with different organizations, and you know, he has strong contacts and deals that people don't even realize. You know, how important they are in this league. You know, there's so many people in this room that don't realize the number of hours of phone calls, text messages, emails, and meetings that go back and forth behind the scenes on whatever the daily crisis is in the Hockey League. You know, it's different things. But it's a lot of work, and Dave just keeps going on. And he's the big reason why, you know, this league can hold its head up and say we are one of the, if not the best amateur league around here. He's endured many battles, and I'm sure he'll admit that he's caused a number of them with his ball. I'm not thinking too fast. But we've come such a long way. The talent, the competitiveness. You know, we play an all-star game against the U.S. military team every year, which is really cool. We've got the back at the Fenway Park this year. We've got a lot of media coverage. Thanks to Dave Bonnell, our website was greatly improved this year, very interactive, a lot of information on it. But it wasn't always this way. Years ago, we were a league we would fight every night. I mean, even Dave and I were mortal enemies years ago. Dave thought Mel Thomas was mortal enemies. At that point, I think Dave and I only had two things in common. We had a passion for baseball, and we had the same personal trainer. I believe Dave has won the Manager of the Year 5 times, and he's won, I think he's had 7 division championships. In addition to serving as president and manager, he announced many of the All-Star games and cable telecasts. He sings the national anthem. As I said, he teaches us new vocabulary words. He creates new partnerships to try to help us move forward as a league, and he keeps us going. Whenever he does decide to step down, they're going to be very big shoes to fill, and I'll just leave that one alone. But for his tireless work, his passion, devotion, and his relentless leadership, the Board of Directors is proud to induct Dave McKay into the Hockey League Hall of Fame. do have one thing before Dave speaks. I have a certificate of recognition here from the mayor. Nobody from the mayor's office was able to make it tonight, but they wanted to make sure to recognize Dave. And it says, Dave McKay, Yawkey Baseball League, in honor of your induction into the Yawkey Baseball League Hall of Fame, and in recognition of over 2 decades of dedicated service to the Yawkey League, signed Thomas N. Medino.
Obviously, kind of swept off my feet by both of these recognitions, and it's kind of an emotional experience to reach your 60th birthday and not win a goddamn championship. So maybe next year, fellas, we can pull it back together and do something about that. Thanks, Joe O'Hara. You mentioned it. I gotta say that Joe is a high-quality partner in crime of mine. And he said it best. If any of you 20 years ago would have said that Joe O'Hara and Dave McKay would be working as partners in the Yawkey Baseball League, you would have called them a raving lunatic. We're at each other at every twist and turn between the white lines. But we had a constant. It's called baseball. That's what baseball does to people. It brings them together. And it enjoys them in a common cause. We do it every year in the Yawkey League. That's what my 45 years in the game have been all about. I've always attempted to bring people together in order to promote the quality image of baseball in Greater Boston. I began my love of the game as a youngster. I was never an athlete or a superstar player. I followed my brother Jamie, Michael, and Philip around as they played in Millstream and in the junior league of CYO around Dorchester. And it was Allen, my brother Philip's coach in Little League, who grabbed me and said, "Hey, Dave, we see you down here all the time. Why don't you help us out?" So he gave me the book and I was hooked. And here I am 5 years later. I've coached on almost every level except for college. I think I could have done a lot better than Bobby Valentine last year, but then again, so could have Bobby Tillman and some of the other guys who have coached in this league over the years. The Yawkey League is my current vehicle. Since 1984, my teammates and I have been privileged to be involved in this organization. I must say, it's a much better league than when we first came on board. Some of those fellas are here tonight, and I want them to stand that you have to beg my indulgence here. Randy Dillon, Jay Valley, Gus Aravito, and Mike Kazmowski, and John Heath are the only things. The reason this is a better league because we have a fair board of directors who work for the common good. Each team is afforded the same opportunity and fair chance to compete between the white lines. That's always been my mission. Thanks to the many family and friends who came here tonight to celebrate these awards with me. I'm not only flattered and humbled, but I'm always at peace with myself when I get involved with the Yawkey League. Because I know it means so much to you that I'm here, and Dave's here, and Joe's here, and all the other managers and coaches and board members are here. This is a brotherhood, and this is something that we hold very dear to. I would like to share my sister Joanne, my brother Jamie, my sister-in-law Kathy and Kate, their son Timmy, and Connor, and one of my best partners in bringing the McKay Club back to respectability, Kyle, are with me tonight. I want to thank them for all their support and their love. others from my current team for being here tonight. Drew Chamberlain has been recognized as one of the top hitters in the league, and he's one of the class players in the league as well. And I hope that someday you'll be joining me in the Hall of Fame. Kenny Carberry, who's a substitute on the team, but you would think that he was a starter and played every day because he supports everything we do. The kid was a spark plug in the ball club, on the bases, and at the stick, had a hell of a year. 17 games, batted over 400. James Spiak was our rookie candidate. Also, Robbie Lero, a hard-nosed hockey style, hard-nosed player who brings a lot to the table. And our current team captain, Jackie Owens, who is the ace of spades, wife, teacher, educator, coach, and he deserves a slot someday in the Hall of Fame. Thank you, boys. Thank you. I'm really proud of what has come to pass in the Hockey League in my 20-year tenure. I could not have accomplished any success without the cooperation of the Hockey Foundation. You must tell Bill Bob and everybody in Denver that this league would be nowhere without your folks. We love you and we appreciate everything you do for us every year. Thank you. It was nice to get the recognition of the mayor who's been sick, and I guarantee he would have been here tonight because I think he likes me. I put him to bed at night and I wake him up in the morning, and that's part of my job. And I do miss talking to him because I was trying to give him some jibes through his wife about his selection for president and for senate, but both of them won, so I can't say anything. But thanks to the mayor and the Parks Department for their support. When I took this league over, and I'm almost done, it cost the team $2,500 to play a 24-game schedule. We now play 33 games, and dues have remained at $1,000. We've triumphantly returned to Fenway Park. A promise I made in 2004 came to fruition on October the 6th. We play those all-star games that we talked about. Most of our players are college grads, and we can be proud to call Meeting Del Carmen and Richie Hill as alumni. I can go on and on, but the most important part is the brotherhood we share. The lovely game of baseball, as it was made to be played. Baseball is a pure and simple game that draws little boys and old men between the white lines every spring and summer. This is truly an American sport that we all love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for these wonderful honors. Turn it back on. 385 pounds are going to go right down to the stage. So the rest of you, turn the air conditioner back on, please. Finish the breeze again. Come on. Put it back. Alright, I'd like to bring to the rostrum the representatives of the Malden Bulldogs to be presented with the runner-up award in honor of one of the great Parks, Assistant Parks Commissioners, and congratulations to the Bulldogs. And now, the presentation of the championship award.
throughout the summer. I'd like to call out the Albernis. Starting with Mike McGuire, Mark Anesi, John Morris, Teddy Juba, Ryan Tangi, Del Mendoza, Chris Founders, Anthony Del Freddy, Brian Gilmet, Mark Odessa, and last but not least, Bobby Barrett. I'd like to first start off by asking our women to please stand up. I don't feel they ever get enough credit for being around us all summer, supporting us. The women of some of our Brandies, we'd like to thank you, and hopefully through the years together, we can basically show our gratitude for you letting us be on the field at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. We played an amazing 3 different teams in the postseason. I think it's a tribute to how good this league is getting year in and year out. South Boston in the first series, Stoneham in the second series, and of course, Malden in the finals. There's no better competitor. You guys do a great job year in and year out, and we played some of the best baseball games I've had the pleasure of playing in for all my years. This league, year in and year out, gets better and better and better. And I think every game you play is unbelievable. We had to fight for every 10 win in the postseason, and I think that's a tribute to this league and in a whole. This year was special for me. I obviously went through reconstructive shoulder surgery before the season, and I remember talking to my fiance in March about how this year is going to be different. And it was. I mean, it was. In 10 years of doing this, my favorite summer because of these guys. They came every night. They have become friends more than a team, more than baseball players, and more than guys that get to manage. And I can not put into words how much that means to me. I want to thank Tony, obviously, for his continued support year in and year out. David Tresca, our team president. Michael Powers is not here tonight, who's our general manager. And we'd like to congratulate each and every Hall of Famer, including one of our very own, Steve Zathbury, who's a tremendous competitor himself and a pleasure to completely play with. Thank you guys. We'll see you next year.
Congratulations to Somerville. That trophy is the Bo Sox Award, and the plaque is named in honor of my parents, my brother Jamie, Joanne, and Mike's parents, the great Phil McKay Award. So congratulations on all of those presentations. Now, I'd like to say that from what I gather, the program in the rear is complete. We have the final bids are in. Is that correct? For the here are the winners. Okay. Piece of the garden parquet floor for a bid of $65, Phil Davies. The winner of the Jason Veritek final out plaque is Bob Nahamis. Congratulations, at a bid of $155. Zach Moore, wow, what a buy. The Tyler Sagan Stanley Cup autograph puck was $325. You get that for $95. Katie Nahamis for $201 won the Wes Welker autograph two-way 16 by 10. James Roberto for $70 won the Jared Saltalamacchia autograph 8 by 10. Adam Donkey Del Rio for $150. The Dynasty collage for the New York. Franz Strasman, Frenway Old and New, 11 by 14, the two for $85. Richard Soho, $15. How the hell did this happen? What a bag job. Jacoby Ellsbury, 2012, all silver slugger, gold lover, which was $125. The Boston Celtics tickets, which were valued at $210, a real bargain for Owen Carlson for $180. The Stephen Ridley autographed jersey for Bill Brady, $30. Oh, Phil Brady, sorry. Phil Brady also got another bargain. The Corey Dillon game used jersey card, $15. Almost done. Joe O'Hara, $230 for the Rob Gronkowski, the Flip autograph. And at $85, Joe O'Hara, Ted Williams, Rocky Marciano poster. Thank you very much and congratulations. Those of you who won, please see. All right, Brian, you want to tell them about the position?
Anyone that wants tonight, just meet me in the back over at the auction.
All right. At this point, I'm going to give the rostrum over to Dave Tresca, and I'm going to ask Joe O'Hara to come forward so we can do the Hall of Fame induction. Dave.
Also, Eric Olivia is still selling raffles for the Red Sox batting helmet. So see you in a minute, okay?
Good, you got the Jason Burr tag.
All right. Okay, so our second Hall of Famer tonight is Nick DiVirgilio. Nick started his YBL career with the JP Shamrocks and finished it with the Cambridge Bucks. During his tenure in the YBL, Nick consistently put up great power numbers and was one of the most feared left-handed bats in the league from 1991 to 2001. As a member of the Cambridge Bucks from 1994 to 2001, Nick thrived as a hitter and first baseman. In addition, he was ambidextrous and would play both first base, right and left-handed, and pitch left-handed. His career numbers with the Bucks include over 30 home runs and over 150 runs batted in, with a career average above 400.
Take it off already?
No. Monstrous threat and the number 5 in the spot in the lineup. A member of a 6-player team with 1 championship, he's a 2-time All-Star with the Bucks, including 1995 when he was 2-3 with 2 runs scored at Fenway Park. One of those being wall doubles from left center with 3 RBIs to win the game and during the game's most valuable player. For his many talents and achievements and his immense contribution to the Hockey Baseball League, the Cambridge Bucks are proud to induct Nick DiVirgilio into the Hockey Baseball League Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is Paul Grammer. Paul Grammer played for 20 years in the Hockey League as he started outfield and most of the right. He split his time between the Hockey Boston Club and the South Boston Saints, retiring in 2008 after batting 1,000 with 2 hits and 2 at-bats plus a walk-off. A quiet leader on the field, Grammer scored a .306 career batting average and gained reputation as a clutch hitter late in games in the playoffs. Paul is a member of 5 division championships and made 10 playoff appearances, including 3 trips to the finals. His talents earned him 4 All-Star bids, including 2 at Fenway Park, and his sportsmanship is legendary. For his many talents and achievements and his immense contribution to the league, the South Boston Saints are proud to induct Paul Grammer into the Hockey Baseball League Hall of Fame.
John Chaney from Harvey Summit, Kevin George was on the scene to make the self-loss experience so very enjoyable. Hall of Famer Gus Arabisa, John, I would also like to thank Greg Davis, for allowing me to comment on the baseball. There are many memories, and I won't go into keep it short and say thank you very much.
Our next inductee is Dan Bill. Dan Bill started in the Hockey Baseball League in 1997 with a one-year stint with the Lincoln Black Sox, and then went on to play for 4 years with the McKay Club. He served at the Tees Pub franchise in 2002, and then quickly became a player contender for many years in 2009, having changed his name to the Brighton Brewers in 2004. The Brewers made 5 playoff appearances, including 2 finals appearances. In 2010, Dan again rebuilt the team and renamed it the Brighton Midnight, serving as manager in addition to the franchise holder. Dan has always been a positive presence in the league and has operated with the highest level of integrity as a player, coach, and a franchise holder. In his 12 years as a player, Hill's teammates made the playoffs 5 times, including 5 appearances in the finals. He recorded over 50 wins as a pitcher with a career ERA of 2.20. He hurled 4 one-hitters, including 1 at age 40 in 2010, which came within 1 out of a no-hitter. He also carried a 280 career batting average, playing several positions depending on whatever was needed. For his many talents and achievements and his immense contributions to the league, the Brighton Minutemen are proud to induct Dan Hill to the Hockey Baseball League Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. Great honor to be inducted to the Hall of Fame of this great league. I want to thank the entire YBL organization that I've been for 16 years. Played baseball for over 40 years. The YBL is certainly one of the best organizations I've ever been a part of. And I'd like to thank the board of directors. I've known all of these guys personally for many, many years. So it's been a pleasure to be around them and to be part of this every year. I want to thank Dave McKay. Known him for many years as well. He did a great job in the league, and I'm real glad to see that he got inducted to the Hall of Fame himself, as he certainly deserves it. And I certainly want to thank my wife for always supporting me throughout the years. Her being an athlete herself, she understands that this is a passion, and you can't give up your passion. You gotta keep on doing it. So I plan on playing it until I don't need it anymore, and really honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Our next inductee is Mike Ryan. Mike Ryan played 12 summers in the Hockey Baseball League, making 7 All-Star teams as a catcher. He was well known for local leagues as the face of the West Roxbury franchise, even though he spent the majority of his time as a mascot. Mike was willing to play anywhere the team needed him for the first couple of years, playing some first base, some right field, and mostly his natural position as a catcher. Mike was a gifted game caller and leader on the diamond. He also excelled at the plate where he showed the ability to hit the long ball and drive runs in. Mike caught over 400 games in the Hockey Baseball League between regular season and playoffs and held a career average of 290 and an on-base percentage of 393, a rare stat from a catcher. Ryan stepped up to become the co-franchise holder of the West
also serving on several league committees. As a player coach and franchise holder, Mike was able to lead West Roxbury to playoff spots from 1999 to 2006, only missing the postseason in his last season in the league. Mike was an even-keeled, serious personality and the team needed to come together. And his nickname Fathead is well known throughout the league. It is only fitting that Mike gets to share his honor tonight with one of the league's other inductees tonight, Steve Zatmary. The two of them form one of the best batteries in Yankee baseball league history. For his many talents and achievements and his immense contributions to the league, the West Roxbury Devils and the Broncos are proud to induct Mike Ryan to the Yankee Baseball League Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. Just like to take this opportunity to thank all my teammates and the years over the 12-year career in the Hockey League. I'd also like to thank Sean Simon, doing a great job on and off the field for the West Roxbury franchise of the Hockey League. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Dave McKay, where he went, congratulated him on being back in the Hall of Fame. Do a great job running the league. Congratulations, thank you. And last of all, I thank my wife for the support over the years. You know, not knowing that the game would end after 7 minutes, not coming home all the time. I just want to thank her. Thanks everyone very much for coming out tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Our next inductee is Steve Zatmary. Steve first joined the Yankee Baseball League playing with his UMass teammates on the Boston Padres, became an all-star infielder and pitcher. After a few seasons, he joined his friend and fellow inductee tonight, Mike Ryan, on the West Roxbury franchise. But Steve really started to shine as a pitcher. Steve became one of the league's perennial top pitchers and served as a great mentor to the West Roxbury pitching staff, which included future Hall of Famer Greg Rockwell. The two provided West Roxbury with dual aces during his string of consecutive playoff appearances. Steve would end his career playing for his hometown team, the Somerville Alabama Club, where he served as a key member of a pitching staff that won 4 championships. Highlighted by him being the winning pitcher for his first time with the team in 2005, beating Al Thomas in Game 7 at Haley Field. Steve was always among the league leaders in wins, strikeouts, and earned run average. He was a fierce competitor who always wanted the ball and pitched through pain because he loved to win for his teammates. In total, he played for 15 seasons and was named 7 All-Stars. For his many talents and achievements and his immense contributions to the league, the Somerville Alabama Club and the West Roxbury Club are proud to induct Steve Zatmary to the Yankee Baseball League Hall of Fame.
I don't make this short because I got a right over a dribble. Really good. The biggest thing about this league has always been the leadership. And Dave McKay going to the Hall of Fame this year is probably my proudest achievement since I've been in this league. I came in this league when it was one of the worst leagues in the state. Nobody wanted to play here or anything else. He brought it up to be one of the best leagues in this state. Above in the city league, above Park League, and everything else. And I'm more honored to be a part of this league than anything else. Thank you for Tony Albrandi for welcoming to his team, and Trusker, and all the other coaches I ever had. I appreciate it, and trust me, you rookies and younger guys in this league, continue this because it means a lot to us older guys to see what this league has become. And I really appreciate what you guys have done since I've left. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Next Hall of Famer tonight is Matt Barakis. Matt began playing his Yankee Baseball League All-Star Game at Fenway Park. After spending his first 3 seasons with the Braves, Matt became a member of the Brighton Twins in 1998. Again, he was selected to play at Fenway Park's All-Star Game. In 1999, Rackets also took home the Gold Glove Award at second base for his great glove skills. In 2000, Matt began to pull in double duty as a player and as a co-manager of the Twins with his brother Tim. Matt served in this capacity for 4 seasons, winning Manager of the Year award in 2002, when the Twins finished the season with a 22-9-1 record. He was also part of the 2002 All-Star Game coaching staff and capped off the great season by winning a Silver Slugger award. Following the 2003 season, Matt retired from the Yankee Baseball League after 9 seasons. For his many talented achievements and his immense contributions to the league, the Brighton Twins are proud to induct Matt Rackets into the Yankee Baseball League Hall of Fame.
I almost didn't make it here tonight because on the way in, my brother texted me and said, my sister Alicia just went into labor. So, you know, a table of 10 quickly turned into a table of 6 because, of course, my parents are at the hospital, where they should be. So hopefully we'll have a niece by the time we get home. It's good. It's also funny how things don't change around here. You know, the last banquet I was at was probably about 10 years ago. I think Somerville was celebrating their 7th or 8th or 9th championship, so congratulations, guys. You know, baseball for me started at a really young age. You know, my dad was a great baseball player himself, and you know, he cared about the game a lot, but he didn't talk too much about it. Just expected us to go out and have some fun. You know, my brother Tim's only a couple of years older than me, so all my fondest memories of playing ball come from, you know, my dad and my brother. So, you know, being here today and accepting this award is more accepting it on behalf of them. I mean, my brother's my best friend, my dad never missed a game. So, you know, I accept that on their behalf. I dedicate the award to them. I appreciate my family coming out tonight. My uncle's here, my cousin and his fiance, and, you know, my wife is here. And she should be blessed because I've given her, it's been 15 years we've been together, and she's been really supportive of me being in the field all the time. So I thank her, and I really thank you guys for having me here. Thank you to the Yankee League, and congratulations, Dave. Thanks, guys.
So we have 2 last things of business tonight. We have 2 raffles, one for the batting helmet and one for the 50-50 that we do. So we're going to invite Dave back up and finish the program off. Dave?
I'd like to kindly ask, before they leave, all of the members of the class of 2012 Yankee Hall of Fame to please come forward for a group picture. All right? Please do that. Can we do that now? When he comes back. Let's do the round. All right, I told
I'd like to take a moment here to remind everybody that the Yankee League All-Star Game is up for sale. You can find me or Jeff on Facebook or Dave on Facebook or any way to get in touch with us. It's $20 a copy. We'll send it to you within the next couple days. We should have some copies. I want to thank Jeff for all the hard work he's done in the last week on that. He's put in a lot of time, a lot of hours. So thank you, Jeff, and also for Alex Samaras putting it together at the end also. So if you guys want a copy of it, it's up for grabs. Just let us know. It's a great keepsake. Thank you.
thank you to Jeff and to Eric. I told my godson he could pull one of the God bless him. This is for a grand. $1,000. A.J. Buccarelli. The luckiest lady in the hall, Tony Glatzos. Come on. This lady has spent more money gambling than anybody in this hall. She knows where all the dirty casinos are in Revere. I don't know who they're run by, but she knows where they are. And I'm telling you, she goes too. Goes to Mass and Communion. Oh, for Christ's sake. Christina Powers. Oh, no, I thought it was Mike Powers. All right, this is different. Christina Powers from the Al Thomas Club. All right, I think it's Christina Powers. All right, so that's a $10,000 winner. Hey, all I got to do is tell you fellas and gals, before we leave, hello. I, as an individual and as a man, I'm really taken literally, was taken off my feet. I've never